Hey everybody, hi, welcome to Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. I'm Rob. It's about 12:25, June 29th, so technically Friday night, but Saturday morning, if you want to get technical. And today we're going to do an oddball-ish showing today. I kind of want to break this apart, but I really can't. And so in 1987, um, we used to go to the Save and Gain up there on Mantle and Wantabo and Albuquerque. And that's where I would go digging around and picking up like the Kraft macaroni and cheese boxes with cards or any other kind of stuff like that that I can find. And then right next to that grocery store was something similar to like a dollar store now. And you would go in there and they had this big display of a cardboard display that was from the company Leaf, and they sold like candy, like let's say Whoppers or Milk Duds or whatever Leaf candies they had, like just the individual packs. And if you bought two of those, you could get a little thing of cards, and that was the Leaf Candy City team and Special Olympics cards. So free set of collector's cards with two purchases of Leaf candy or gum products. And so you'd go in there and you'd buy these, and it would come in this little paper thing. So that was your oddball, enticing you to get that. And so I spent a couple months that summer going up there, shopping whenever I could with my mom to pick that stuff up so that I could put that set together. But lo and behold, I had no idea that that was based on the 1983 oddball-ish set of Hall of Fame baseball greats. The cards are Hall of Fame heroes, and it came with 8 cards in a wax pack with a Mickey Mantle, little puzzle pieces. And that is basically the same card. So this came out like 4 years earlier, and they repurposed the images on a certain number of those cards to put together the Candy City team one or the Special Olympic ones. So in that little package that I showed you, you would get like 3 Hall of Fame players and the one Special Olympic card. And so there's that. No. Or, like I said, you can see that there. But what I'm trying to show you here is the wrapper. So this is what it would look like inside the 83. Now, I never seen those 83s until afterwards. And I said, hey, those cards look just like those oddball cards that I got. And so I never knew about this set. So really my whole life, and I mean maybe 20 years ago, I knew about these other cards. But for the whole time, I was under the impression it was just the original Candy City team. So that's why it's difficult, because it's 2 sets, and the set that I like and love the most from picking up those candy bars is kind of more a copy of the original. But the original is like one of those 44 card boxes, because it's just a 44 card set of Hall of Famers. But you had to buy it in wax packs and put it together yourself instead of one of those boxes like from Kmart or KB or Woolworth or any of that. And the 83 ones are based on Donruss. That's the name on them. And then the 87s are the Leaf version, but it does say Donruss as well. And it's a much smaller set as far as who's all in it, because they had to make way for the Special Olympics cards. So I did finally pick up a clamshell of those original 44 cards, and then I had picked some up over the years, just at like card shops or card shows and stuff like that. And the backs are very similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go flip through these pretty quickly 83, 44 card set. They cost about $15, and I was just looking online, and they're still about the same amount. So really what I want to do is the Candy City set because it's the oddball one and I'm on an oddball run, but I feel I need to show these, both of them basically, and then I will do another episode where I kind of do these, maybe more. I'll do more of a focus on this set as opposed to the second one, but we're going to go ahead and give you a look at these, show you the front and the back of this one, at least one of my favorites of all time, Mr. Ty Cobb. Alright, and you know, this was just around the time of those home run legends from Big League Chew and some of that stuff. So on these it says Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes, #1 Ty Cobb, and down here it says it's Perez Steel Galleries. So Perez Steel is the one that did these images, and then that's, I guess, an old logo for the Hall of Fame. So these are Perez Steel art cards. It's beautiful Ty Cobb there. And instead of giving you too much detail on these, I'm just going to show you the cards from the original set. Walter Johnson. I know they all deserve some time in the limelight, but I'm more into showing you guys my oddball cards, and these are oddball-ish, oddball adjacent, as I like to put it. Christy Mathewson, they're just beautiful cards, and they may be even some like the Perez Steel postcards or whatever people show. Josh Gibson, there you go. He just became the highest batting average in baseball because Major League Baseball added the Negro League stats into it. So he's your new batting champ, all-time batting average. So a homer a day will increase my pay, based on his postcard from 2006 Allen and Ginter. But there you go. Give out Josh a minute in the limelight, and you can see that 83 Donruss, made and printed in the USA. It says Donruss up there. They're really beautiful cards, and this is another reason why I like old style classic baseball cards, and I like these kind of filtered or painted looking images, very similar to what Allen and Ginter and Gypsy Queen and Goodwin Champions does. And if you take a look at that, that's kind of an Allen and Ginter kind of feel to it when you think about it now. So it's not a big surprise that cards like these, or these other ones that I'm going to show you, had a big influence on me liking like Topps Allen and Ginter, because by then I was already into like vintage and pre-war kind of history of baseball. Just couldn't afford old cards, so this was my equivalent, or these other ones. Alright, then you got your Honus Wagner there, Jackie Robinson. So you're going to see some people in here that are not in the Leaf Candy City team one. So there's Mickey Mantle, so we're going to keep him in mind, because on this one he's card number 7, which is appropriate. And I guess Mickey Mantle is the according to Hobby Palooza, the king of collecting sports cards right now. And I get it. I wanted to have a Playing Days Mickey Mantle card in my collection, but I went the route of oddball and got a 63 post serial hand cut card. So those are the kinds of cards I want. I'm not really all that interested in the other ones. I'm a mild Mickey Mantle fan. I can appreciate him for baseball, but I'm not a Yankees fan, and I think there's other players better than him. But I understand his importance in the hobby. Alright, so Luke Appling for the White Sox. Look at those uniforms with the red on there. Wow. Alright. I should show you the backs of the ones that aren't in the other set, but we're just going to go through this. Ted Williams. And they will have some Negro Leaguers in this stuff as well, as you saw with Josh Gibson, Johnny Mize, Satchel Paige, so there you go. But he's showing a Major League uniform there for St. Louis Browns, it looks like. Alright. Lou Boudreau. If you guys like my other episodes, especially the Lou Gehrig ALS cards, ALS Foundation New Mexico chapter. I got some comments from Martha Brito, I think Diver Dave, and some other people. Thanks for commenting. I responded to them. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Lou Gehrig special episode, my Big League Chew ones, which are gonna, like the home run ones, are very much like these. So you can see I was very fascinated with the old school players even back then. Alright, Duke Schneider. Monty Irving, we have his autograph. I like that. He's in the New York Giants with that hat there. Hank Greenberg, so don't see a lot of Hank Greenberg cards. So that's cool to see him on a set. Alright, I'm not sure who this guy is. Roberto Clemente. Just kidding. Roberto Clemente the Great. Al Kaline. There you go. Frank Robinson. We talked a lot about him in some of those previous episodes, like the serial cards. Jim Cronin. That's nice with the Brooklyn uniform there. Burley Grimes. So these ones here, you know, they definitely look the age. They got a lot of patina going on, but they're beautiful set. Alright, the Wayner brothers, so you get 2 for 1 there. So that's sweet. I think one of them's in the Hall of Fame, I believe. Alright, you can read that if you want to pause it. Grover Cleveland Alexander. Mr. Yogi Berra. You can see the little Dick Perez signature there. There we go. Cool Papa Bell, one of the coolest players in baseball. Throw a pork chop past a wolf. Shut the light off before, you know, flip the switch on the light and go into bed and be in bed before the light turned off. Bill Dickey. Cy Young. I hate to just zip through these cards, folks, but this isn't the set that I'm really wanting to focus this episode on. Charlie Gehringer. So I will get back to these in the future. I just don't feel I should do one without the other. Bob Lemon. We got the Bob Lemon card coming from eBay. Red Ruffing, and it's going to be a cool oddball card. The great Stan the Man Musial there. I got some oddball Stan the Man stuff to show you folks. Some oddball stuff a lot of people probably don't know anything about. Carl Hubble. But neither of them are cards. But they're not like memorabilia either. So it's not like a ball or hat or glove or something like that. You can call it oddball advertising kind of stuff. That was Hank Aaron back there, John McGraw. It's weird to see the Giants uniforms in different colors when you used to only see them in black and white. Bob Feller. Not the greatest image of Bob, but I'm sure that's based on a photo. I don't think he just paints these out of thin air. Casey Stengel. And one of the Stan Musial oddball things I have to show you is going to be something similar with this very painting like imagery. Ralph Kiner. Roy Campanella, Mel Ott. So this is a beautiful set. I love these cards. Obviously, I love the ones that I collected, and they're just beautiful. I like old style classic baseball cards, and not only are they old style classic looking, they're actually old now. They weren't old when I was picking this stuff up. These were only like 4 years old when I picked this other set up, Early Win. And then of course the puzzle card, show you what the puzzle would look like if you put the thing all together. So Mickey Mantle puzzle. I wonder what the value is on a Mickey Mantle puzzle. So on this set you get 2 Mickey Mantles. So we'll go ahead and let you read about Mickey, seeing that he's the most popular in sports cards. But yeah, they were talking about the Hall of Fame baseball cards on Hobbypalooza, and I'm kind of drawn, like I'm kind of torn, I should say. Should one person be limited to 5 cards, or should they just get any card that the people want in there? Or should it just be, you know, any number they want, maybe limited to however many per year? Should it be limited to 5? Or part of me feels like, should it be limited to 1? Or maybe 2 or 3 at the most? Because what's the best Mickey Mantle card? Like, out of all his cards, what's his best card? Is that the one that belongs in the Hall of Fame? And then everything else is just kind of sub that card. So 52 Topps, that's the ultimate card. That's the one that belongs in the Baseball Card Hall of Fame, because then you're like, it's the best of the best. And anything else of his is not as good. You know, nearly, but not as good. So there's part of me that feels that way, because, well, then he's got a card in there. Like, what's the best Ty Cobb card you can get? Is it Cracker Jack? Is it the T206? I don't know. So part of me feels that maybe you just need the best 1 card of any given player, and that should be the Hall of Fame card. But some of these other cards are epic as well. And then you got the checklist. Alright, so 22 on this side and 22 on that side. Let's see if we can get a, talking about biographies from the Hall of Fame, 1983. Alright, so there's that set, folks. I'm going to put this back in the thing so that now we can get to these Candy City Stars. And yeah, it was weird because back in the day you would have to buy those 2 packs of candy to get these other cards, and then the little pack was just on that little rack with them, and it was kind of the honor system. You know, they were trusting that you would only grab 1, and let's just say I was an honorable kid at the time. So here we go. So I'm going to show you the difference, and obviously in this set, that's card number 7, Mickey Mantle's number, Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes. And then this card is Leaf Candy City Team. So the same exact image. Almost everything's the same except you replace that with this. And then it says Hall of Fame Greats. And this one says Hall of Fame Heroes. And so on the back, there's your difference. It still says Donruss Hall of Fame Greats. This one says Hall of Fame Heroes, so they had to change like the printing plate. And then this one says Leaf. And otherwise everything's still the same. Press Steel Hall of Fame thing there. And then the small print's a little different. But as you can see, that is number H1 versus number 7. So the numbering system's different. This one adds when he was inducted to the Hall of Fame here too. So they are slightly different, so they are not exactly the same card. This is oddball-ish, like a different non-mainstream Donruss set. and this is outright food product issue enticement card. So once again, let you see the difference between those two. Here's our oddball, here's our not oddball. Beautiful cards. So we already seen Mickey Mantle there, so let's see what this small print down here says. So Leaf, so inducted in the Hall of Fame, 74, 1987 Leaf, Bannock, Bern, Illinois, printed in USA. So there it is, people. That's there's your difference, and that's card number one. And so I'm going to show you the front and back on all of these. So then you got Yogi Berra. Please put the speed up to 1.5 or 1.25 if you want me to sound more normal, because I tend to talk a little monotone and my voice is kind of going away right now. So the great Yogi Berra. So these images you'll have seen before, but you could see the back and the difference. Okay. Find a place to put these cards, people. Number 3, Roy Campanella. And these are a neat set because it's portion of those proceeds from the sales of these things go to the Special Olympics. So H3. So Leaf Candy City Team, Hall of Fame greats, and Baseball Cardpedia calls it 87 Leaf Special Olympics cards, and they note often called Candy City Team set, but Leaf, Baseball Cardpedia also looks like they didn't know the distribution as well. So when you go look up this set on Baseball Cardpedia, the distribution is not listed right as far as I'm concerned, or what I know. I'm just telling you how they were distributed because I spent the summer picking this set up. You had to go in there, purchase 2 products, and I believe it was like Walker's is probably the ones I bought the most of. You buy 2 of those little packs. You know, they were probably like, maybe by the end they were like 35-cent pack of candy, because I remember when I was younger it was 25 cents for like a Snickers, and then you had to pay a penny in tax. So by 87 they were probably like 35 or 50 cents, something like that. 35 sounds about right, so I think it was like 37 or 38 cents to get the pack of candy, so you needed to have like at least 75 cents, and then you would buy those 2 and grab one of these little packs. Baseball Cardpedia does not have it listed that way, and I know for a fact, and just looking at that picture of that little wrapper, that's exactly how I got them. Could you get them another way? I don't know. Like if there was an option of ordering them by just sending in some proofs of purchases, maybe. And maybe they came in a box. I think that's what they said on their website. Ted Williams, of course. So maybe that's a possibility, but the way they're distributed, circulated, which, you know, I like circulated cards, like this Duke Schneider here, is the ones that you had to pick up actually at a store and not just send in as a premium. Maybe that's what I was thinking about the other day, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. Maybe they should have, you know, like if you were grading or something like that, they should have like a double list. You know, like say those Jiffy Pop cards, the ones that you could get like proofs, complete uncut sheets, or ones, you know, like other sets where you would send in and get the complete set, like maybe like the Fantastic Sams or Duracell or whatever. And then maybe they should have a list of circulated cards, so you would be like, this is a highly graded circulated card, and this is a medium graded premium card that you sent away for, but it's off-centered, or it's a Gem Mint 10, but it's from one of the sendaways. And there are certain ways of telling the difference in some of those sets. I know it wouldn't work all the time, but to me, I find more value in a very well condition circulated card like this one, Hank Karen. So if you sent this in and they're like, well, it's a little patinaed or something like that, but that came out of one of those wrappers. Yeah, so that's like an 8, but circulated. And then, oh, I have an 8 uncirculated. I think the 8 in the circulated should be more valuable, in my opinion. Alright, Pee Wee Reese, but, you know, that's just me. That's kind of how I look at things. I find more value in the circulated cards because, you know, I've said it 100 times. I like the fact that they had to go through everything that these cards went through, from printing to packaging to being sent to the store, on the shelf, into my hands, and kept for all these years. It had to make it to be in this condition through all that, as opposed to I just send you a couple purchases, $1 in shipping and handling or whatever, and you send me a box set of these, and that's as far as they've ever gone. You know, they didn't have other kids thumbing through them or anything like that. So that's my personal opinion. Brooks Robinson, so I love that logo. I love it when they use that little bird like that, the realistic bird for the Orioles. So once again, these are all Hall of Fame greats, so no scrubs here. LK line. And these are beautiful cards, and you know, you've already seen these images. The backs are just slightly different, but we'll get to the new stuff, the stuff that's not part of that other set that makes this one unique beyond the differences. I do like that leaf. It's kind of cool. I don't think it's the same leaf as that's around now. Alright, cool. Papa Bell, did we already see him? So I do have duplicates. No, so that's number 12. Oh, it must have been on the other set that I was showing you. Alright, so that's number 12. So you have 12 Hall of Famers, and the remaining 6 cards, actual image cards, are going to be for Special Olympics. So it's cool that they went ahead and added these images, because the Special Olympics that summer was being held at Notre Dame in what is that, Indiana, and so they were giving you some of the proceeds from this product for them. So they are semi-glossy. They're wonderful. They're good cardstock. I mean, not super thick. They're not like Allen and Ginter thick, but they're like just as good, if not better, than like any of the flagship sets. Actually a little thicker, I would say. And then of course it's just a white cardboard back, so you know, which is a step higher in quality compared to like the regular gray typical Topps background. So let's go ahead and see if this focuses in, so y'all can read that. So that's number S1, so Special Olympics 1. So hopefully you can read that. It's talking about that in South Bend, Indiana, in August that summer. So there you go. And then of course the next one is baseball related. That's softball, but softball is a offshoot of baseball, and we all know that. A Special Olympic logo there. So Candy City team. Good job, Leaf, on putting this stuff together for the Special Olympics. They give you some stuff that you can, addresses and stuff there if you want more information at the time. So that's S2. You can find these cards on eBay, and like that little wrapper I showed you, you can find unopened wrapper ones if you want to have somewhat of the experience what it was like to open these. So go to the store and buy yourself some Whoppers, and order one of these, and when it comes in the mail, open your Whoppers, throw a few in your mouth, and you rip open that pack and see what you get, because you might get a Mickey Mantle, you might get a cool Papa Bell, or a Josh or whoever, and then you'll get one of these Special Olympics cards and can live in a little nostalgia from when we were younger. So, and in '87 was the year that I really got going into buying stuff. So this is one of the things I was picking up. Regular Tops, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, these, Donruss, Flair, Sports Flicks, anything and everything. I was going crazy just buying cards. If I seen cards, I was getting them. So then, of course, soccer. So I'm not sure if it says who the athlete is imaged on these cards. That'd be sweet if it was for them. So S4. Gymnastics. So my cousin, who I grew up with, and I guess he would, I don't know if he was second or third cousin, and then his nephew had Down syndrome and would do stuff similar to this. He would like do the special needs rodeo and stuff like that. So he was part of that, and so my distant cousin Mario. How you doing, Mario? And this is the cousins that own the Tasty Freeze that talked us into getting a Tasty Freeze. And my elementary school was the school in our part of town that would had special hallway and classes for special needs, whether it had Down syndrome or people with other muscle disease like MS or MDA, or like the Lou Gehrig diseases and stuff like that. So we always grew up around the special needs, and always show them respect, never tease them and stuff like that when we were young, because this is the early '80s, people, and people were a lot more vicious and not politically correct at the time. And then at our high school, they had a special area as well. My middle school didn't have it, but my elementary school, so I learned a lot there, and how to be respectful and help out. And then in high school, I was also a teacher's assistant, is one of my courses, one of my classes electives, with a really great teacher that I had, Mr. Burbank. And then he taught like sixth or seventh period. I don't remember how many periods there are. But this last class of the day, like special needs class, or people with just all kinds of different issues or disabilities. And I was an aide in that class, and some just wonderful guys, wonderful kids, and a lot of them very able, like Steven, who was working for years and years over at the Target over there. So yeah, I have a lot of good memories of some of our special needs students and stuff like that. Alright, then you would also get some of these every now and then. I don't know if it was in every pack, or this might have been one of the cards that you could possibly get, but I think it would have counted towards one of the Special Olympic cards. So there's your checklist. And Sports Club, Kansas City Sports Club, so that's even a little different compared to what they say on the front. So nothing on the back there. And then a thank you. I would like to thank you all for watching Old Style Classics baseball cards, because I've been waiting since 1987 to share this set with somebody who liked cards, and I really didn't know people who did. And so the YouTube community is the people that I can share this with, and hopefully this video will get some views, because it's just a wonderful set. Yeah, so see Milk Duds, Whoppers, Clark Bar, I liked those, Whistler, Good and Plenty, I like Good and Plenty, Good and Fruity, Super Bubble, and Rainbow. I liked Rainbow, but I think I mostly got Whoppers, Good and Plenty, Milk Duds, and then probably Rainbow every now and then. Well, Clark Bar. So Whoppers, Clark Bar, then Milk Duds, Whoppers, Clark, Good and Plenty, Milk Duds, Rainbow, and then maybe every now, like once I probably got Super Bubble, and maybe once or twice got Good and Fruity. So yeah, I still remember that. It was pretty yummy. I just ate a box of hot tamales at work today. One of those movie like the ones that you get at Walgreens to sneak into the movie theater, and it was pretty good. Alright, so that's cool that you get a couple additional things there. I wish I'd saved one of those little wrappers, but that's okay. And then I also have these duplicates now. All these cards, all of these Candy City ones, are from packs that I actually got. So if you go through and watch this video and count these cards, you'll see how many packs of candies I bought. So Cole Papa Belgian, Roy Campanella, Stan Musial. I used to keep that in a binder, one of those. I think these extra ones were probably bindered. Ted Williams, Ted Williams, Ted Williams, Ted Williams. So any extra Super Ted Williams collectors out there who may not have this card, let me know. Duke Schneider, thanks for watching my videos. Hank Aaron, Pee Wee Reese, Brooks Robinson, Al Kaline, Willie McCovey, basketball, softball, track and field. Got numerous track and fields there. Then we got International Summer Games. So did I skip that? Basketball and soccer. So let me put this one down. Make sure I had that in that list of cards that I just showed you. Basketball, this, yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, so there you have it, folks. So what do you think? Leaf, Candy City Team, and Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes special set. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed that episode. It was a great time picking these up. I know I'm about 40 minutes right now. It's because I had to show these as well. This is the set I really wanted to show. Sorry it took so long, but you know, based on the story I just told you, I could spend an hour and a half talking about these, because I really feel that they deserve their time in the limelight. So maybe someday down the line I'll just do this on its own, and then I'll do another one with just this on its own. But for right now, wanted to show you the relation. And hey everybody, thanks for watching Old Style Classics baseball cards. Send anyone my way who likes oddball cards and stuff like this. And we'll talk to you later. See what else I'm going to do next. Alright, bye.